Sojourn. So I was gonna pull up. Here, it's in my face for a second. I was gonna pull up. I can't just type in. How long have I been muted? No way, man. No way. Oh, I just. There's been a hotfix patch today. In fact, I was literally just playing Overwatch and I was going to film a video about Hazard, about if he's a problem, about where his strengths are and where we can improve, and kind of bring him back in line. And as I was going to check out the patch notes from the beginning of the season, I was looking at this hotfix patch and I'm like, I don't remember these getting added to the game. This is crazy. And then I looked at the date and it was January 7th, which is today. So yes, believe it or not, there was a hotfix patch today. I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of reaction here. Unfortunately, it looks like my initial reaction to this was muted, so that sucks for me. We'll have to go check the VOD. But anyways, this applies only to the standard game modes, not 6v6. Now, it hits 3 big points. In fact, one point that I was literally just complaining about on stream as well. But we'll just go right into it. This is Hazard. Hazard got his damage reduction reduced from 75% to 65%, and the duration of a spike guard was reduced from 3.5 to 3. What this tells me is that the direction they want to keep Hazard in is the higher uptime, higher kill threat version of himself, but they want to, or uptime of the kill threat is rather the correct way to say that, but they want to make sure that Hazard is not broken and that he's not like super duper high uptime as well, because the reason that I think, you know, part of the reason why Hazard is so good is that you can like dash in and then block, use your wall, you know, completely stay in the fight, get supports from your get resources from your supports, and then by that time you have another dash and you have another really big kill threat, really big burst damage as well. So they are going to reduce the spike guard a lot. I say a lot, but like the duration was reduced and the percent reduction was reduced. And I think those are going to stack a lot. I think that's actually going to matter. This is going to be significant. We'll have to see if Hazard is not out of the meta. I don't think he will be, just because his damage is so insane, but this might make him not as viable of a pick. Maybe Queen comes back, maybe a little Malga comes back as well. Who knows? This is really good to see. And, you know, after, you know, a couple days, I guess I'm going to have to do my Hazard video soon. Now that we'll have a little bit of time practicing with this character. I will say, in terms of the spike guard, they are just reducing the numbers, but a very underrated element of what makes him so good is that in the season 14 balance patch, they widened his range of of the direction that he can get the damage reduction. So in the in the test, it was like a cone like this. It was like, I don't know, 115 degrees in front of him. Now, you know, as of the beginning of the season, it's 180. So you literally have to be completely on his back to get full damage. And of course, you're never getting headshot damage, you know. So that is like a really significant factor, because it also allows Hazard to play really close and play really aggressive, right? Because he's not as worried about getting flanked as hard, because he's got, you know, some windows to make sure that he's not going to get completely shut out by the angles on him. And I think that's really relevant. So we'll have to see. I think they should definitely bring that angle in like a little bit, not all the way back to what it was maybe, but like I think there does need to be a little bit of attention there if this does not do it. So that is Hazard. Good to see. Not too aggressive yet. I think some of his damage may need to come down as well. But again, good to see initially. Sojourn. Time before energy degeneration begins decrease from 12 to 9 seconds. It seems like they don't want to completely get rid of her damage. I agree, although I think I would probably bring it down a little bit still. 12 to 9 is not going to be that relevant, I don't think. I think this is a little bit of a slap on the wrist here. I like when Soj has a low time before her energy starts degenerating, because I think it actually plays into that loop of trying to keep your energy charge. When it's ridiculously high, like 12 seconds, and to be honest with you, even 9 seconds, you don't really get that so much. So, you know, personally, I'm okay with her having that higher burst damage and then like having an energy degeneration of like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, something like way shorter, even shorter than she's ever had before. It seems like the balance team is not going to agree with me on that point, but that's okay. I do think this mechanic is not really like that important to her right now, but you know, that's just kind of how it's going to be. Sojourn is a very big good pick. Of course, she has 180 damage to the head. This does not change that. That's why I think this isn't going to be much of a change at all. Like, this is really not that relevant to the power that Sojourn brings to a composition, especially against, like, really relevant against the characters that are good right now. With Hazard, Kiri and Lucio both have 225. She's doing 180 to the head, and if she hits them with a couple of regular shots, or if she hits them with the rail, not the rail, the oh my god, what is this called? Disruptor shot, then they're gonna die, right? So I think that is a lot more relevant, her actual damage burst output, especially in combination with Hazard. Like, Hazard slash is 75, and then you have the 180, the 180 coming behind it. That's enough. In fact, that's enough for 250, I'm pretty sure, right? I'm doing the math in my head. Hazard slash maybe just says 70, but it's like really, it does 225. Like, it is relevant. So yeah, I think we need to take a look at how she gets her damage. And I think that's also, like, now that I'm saying it out loud, it is underrated. Like, I think her rail damage does need to come down because of the synergy she has with Hazard. If Hazard goes out of the meta, then I'm not as worried about it. But, you know, still, it's very powerful. Probably a little too strong. Maybe 170 headshot is good. We'll have to see how much this does. And then a little thing for Widow here, who I was just complaining about because I ran into 4 games in a row with just insta-lock Widow on the other team, and it's just an absolute nightmare. Scoped shots no longer benefit from global projectile size increases. So Widow is harder to use on average in her scoped sights. So this is not exactly what I want to see from Widow, but at least she's not going to be as consistent. But then again, a good Widow, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? She's going to be consistent regardless. So this is not really going to do that much either, if I had to guess. Who knows? I might be completely wrong in that regard. Like, this might make her like much more situational, but you know, I was playing on this patch without knowing it. Still felt the same. Still felt like BS, you know? So yeah, I don't know. Good try. I mean, like, this is a good change. Don't get me wrong. I think that out of all the characters, like, she does not need the global projectile size, and she was the one that benefited from it the greatest when they added it in the first place. Like, I remember hearing the stats about her, what's it called? Her hit percentage going up like drastically in higher ranks. So this is like a good change, but still, it's still Widowmaker. Like, it doesn't change it, and I'm not thrilled about that. So that is what I think about this really quick patch here. Was not expecting to make this video today. Didn't expect this patch to come out today, but you know, sometimes it just happens. So please let me know down below. First off, like the video, subscribe if you like this stuff, but let me know down below, what do you think about this patch? Do you think some of these characters need to get hit a little more? Remember that they don't want to completely change the meta before the mid-season, and especially before season 15 really shakes things up. Just a hot fix. We'll see in like a week or two what they're really cooking up for the rest of this season. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and please I don't know what I want you to do. Subscribe. I said that already. Come watch live, twitch.tv/Lane Hemingway. That's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays right here. I'm doing discussions live. I've been playing Overwatch. I've been playing Marvel Rivals. All that good stuff. Get in on all of this as it happens, and join my Discord down below to keep up with all things relating to my channel and maybe some other projects. Who knows? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please have a good day.